morning to one and all present here. My name is Shantanu Mishra. I'm currently working with DDP and attached to Defense Innovation Organization. Thanks St. George and IMR for this opportunity where I'll talk of the Innovations for Defense Excellence Framework, which is currently operationalized by Defense Innovation Organization, that is DIO. So beginning with, I'll be talking of the background and the context of DIO, of why this framework and this organization was brought in. What was the actual need? Ever since independence, the reliance in the field of defense, self-reliance in the field of defense and defense production was a question mark. And there was a lack of platform where in the services can handhold the startup ecosystem. So in 2018, something has something has happened. That is, India has become the world's largest defense equipment importer, and the import share with reference to countries like Russia, USA, was booming. Then this framework, that is Innovations for Defense Excellence, was actually brought in, operationalized by an organization that is Defense Innovation Organization. Here, we made a platform where we brought in the various defense organizations and the defense nodal directorates, including the Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force, to interact with our startup ecosystem, with our MSME ecosystems, and to work out their problems so as to give a new soul to the innovation sector. Then in 2018, our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi launched this Innovations for Defense Excellence Framework, which was implemented by DIO with the aim of achieving self-reliance and fostering innovations and technology in the defense and aerospace sector. So DIO has become a Section 8 company, which was jointly formed by HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and BEL with 50-50% stake. The main objectives were to accelerate the development of innovative and scientific concept, to promote private sector-led innovation, that is the startups and MSME in particular, and to help our individual innovators which are available with their solutions, with their R&D and the R&D institutes in the defense ecosystem. Also, the collaborative effort which was missing in this innovation ecosystem was brought in with a thought of co-creation and co-development. And the last leg, that is the promotion of indigenization of defense technologies and reducing the import dependency, which was the cornerstone for the being the largest importer in 2018, was brought in. Next, I'll talk of the salient features of iDEX, where we actually identify the problem statements from services, including the ones I mentioned, and the DPSUs in form of challenges. In order to find unique solutions and for the proposed challenges, we launch them through our DISC or open challenge or whatever framework we have. We have those startups incubate with the innovation ecosystems, R&D institutes related to us, and provide them iDEX Spark grant. Then we integrate these handholdings with the rapid testing and integration with defense platform with our nodal agencies and our partner incubators. And finally, we indigenize the defense capabilities and in our aim for Make in India. The structure of DIO as an organization, if I talk, top we have the Defense Innovation Organization Board headed by Secretary DP. The members of the board are Chairman DRDO, FADS, CMD BEL, and CMD HAL, with a Managing Director AIM as the member, and also the Additional Secretary DP and JSGIP as its CEO and Additional CEO managing the board. With reference to the formal working of iDEX, we have representation with reference to Army Group, wherein the group takes the problem, curate the problem statements from Indian Army, the Navy Group, the Air Force Group, The problem statements from DPSU group and space is again a different vertical, and the last vertical would be problem statements or the challenges from Ministry of Home Affairs, ICG and BRO and the other groups. Talking about the features of the iDEX framework, the framework was approved with an outlay of 498.78 crores. And recent addition to this framework, under this framework, we have acing developments of innovative technologies with iDEX, that is the Aditi scheme, which was recently announced this year by our finance minister. It has a budget outlay of 750 crores. Under this, matching grants are given to develop prototypes. The grants are available up to 1.5 crores for applications that we received for Defense India Startup Challenge, that is DISC mode, or the Open Challenge mode, that is OC. For Aditi, which has been just launched, we provide grant up to 25 crores under iDEX Aditi. We have already on-aired two versions, that is Aditi 1.0 problem statements and Aditi 2.0 problem statements. The third one is also on board for application submission. And we take applications for these problem statements from innovators, startups, and MSME, where there is a concept of matching contribution to the problem solving. The matching contribution has to be 50% or to the tune of the Spark grant that we are giving. The ecosystem access is pan-India, where we have our network of mentors across the academia, including all the institutes such as IITs, IIMs, IISCs. We also encourage our next generation entrepreneurs through internships, and a point worth noting with reference to the iDEX framework is the intellectual property has always been with our innovators ever since the journey has begun in 2018. Next, talking about the iDEX process, we have the problem curation and diligence, where we receive problem statements from our nodal agencies, which I have brought out in the previous slides, that is Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, Space, the various DPSUs, MHA, ICG. We curate those statements, we do a hygiene check, and then those problem statements are launched in different modes, that is the Defense India Startup Challenge or the Aditi mode. Post which, there is an eligibility of document check in the 5-day thing for a high-powered selection committee to decide the technical evaluation. And then there is a product-specific compliance that is achieved by various services. And finally, we declare the results within 2 months of closure of the DISC applications on our website. In the next 30 days, we work around with the financial vetting of the development that is supposed to happen with all the budgetary requirements, where we monitor it through our project management unit, which is a team of iDEX DIO officials. And then the development phase begins with the Spark grant agreement execution between the iDEX and the startup MSME or in the individual innovator. In this, we handhold our startups, MSMEs, with a model of co-development and co-creation till the time procurement happens for that particular solution provided to the challenge. And the mentoring happens through our partner incubators, as I already brought out. Talking about numbers, we have received more than 10,000 plus applications for our different DISC and OC problem statements. And we have more than 350 plus Spark grant agreements which have already been signed to develop the actual solutions to the challenges that are faced by our defense forces, our DPSUs, or the other nodal agencies. Now, this is the iDEX journey so far since the inception in 2018. We've also got a PM award for excellence in public administration in 2021. And in 2022, with 75 problem statements coming in from Indian Navy in the sprint mode, with a development time of 12 months, was again utilizing the iDEX framework. And to help our startup and MSMEs We have actually, with reference to defense forces, gone in for certain defense acquisition procedure amendments ever since 2020 in order to facilitate ease of doing business for our iDEX winners. The problem statements identified so far, or our network of iDEX startups and MSMEs are working in the areas of communication systems, surveillance tracking, cyber security systems, space technology, AIML technologies, and the others which are listed here. So this is the iDEX ecosystem, where we have the 28 partner incubators, which are technically hand-holding apart from the nodal directorate in the actual solution creation for the problem statement envisioned, curated by iDEX. And we have the investors hub, which are helping our startups once the if they are there in the incubation journey or the innovation journey where they're developing the solution, or once the procurement is envisioned in their cases. Also, we are working closely with the banks for the various MOUs such as ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, Union Bank, and others mentioned. We also have iDEX Investors Hub, which was bought in the last slide, where we try and get that matching contribution which is required for our startup MSMEs validated and checked. Next, we have recently got this iDEX SIDBI PI fund, where SIDBI has allocated 5 crore each to 10 PIs to invest in the iDEX winners. As I earlier mentioned about the policy reforms that we have brought in, once iDEX was formalized in the year 2018, in the next 2 years, we have worked with various startups and MSMEs. We took their responses of what can be done to improve the ecosystem for them, specifically to the startups and MSME sector. So we brought in various changes in the defense acquisition procedures, where we streamlined what would be the procurement mandate for the iDEX route, iDEX startups, and the products developed through iDEX. And in the latest amendments, we have actually brought in the pilot procurement plan, which will now be signed when the development contract begins with iDEX. Also, DPSUs have been instructed to change and align their procurement models in line with these Defense Acquisition Procedures 2020. The major thing that we bought in this April 2024, which we got amended in the Defense Acquisition Procedures with reference to iDEX framework, have been listed, which includes the benchmarking and the cost computation when it comes to procurement of iDEX products. The new payment schedule, where various things were, and the relaxations which were actually heard and directly taken from our network of startups and MSMEs, have been bought in. Then the procurement reforms, as I already brought out the pilot procurement plan right before the signing of the innovation and development contract was brought in. And then the transition from iDEX mode to Make One mode for a higher government funding mechanism was also envisaged and put into picture in these recent amendments in the April 2024. Here is a schema of where the actual timelines of the iDEX products or the products developed through iDEX have gone for a change from a timeline of procurement for 106 weeks. We have changed it to 22 weeks somewhere earlier, and now it has been again streamed down to 14 weeks, and the process has been highlighted in the flowchart below. Talking about data analysis, these are the number of applications that we have received ever since the inception, and this is the impact that we have created. Actually, before 2018, the defense startups, as per DPIIT data, was only 57, which is now standing at a number of 3,000 plus at this moment. And there has been a paradigm shift when it comes to financing products, and the post-revenue phases. The iDEX and DIO efforts have been actually applauded when it comes to the launch of the second mode of the Atal Innovation Mission that has happened. And iDEX has been taken, iDEX framework has been taken as the gold standards, where Atal Innovation Mission has already been instructed to actually operationalize the iDEX framework with reference to other ministries and bring about synergies that we have bought in defense. These are some other statistics where we have actually bought out the AON data and the data that we have with reference to our procurement orders. So till date, AON accorded figures are 2,485 plus crores for 40 products so far. Procurement orders worth rupees 1,500 crores for the iDEX products developed through iDEX route. 28 products have already been signed by the respective nodal agencies. So we have engaged more than 450 plus startups developing our various solutions for our defense forces. Lastly, talking about the international relations, we have last year we have operationalized this engagement with US, where we bought in the IndusX program in June 2023. This MOU and working on a joint problem statement with the network of US, we are actually trying to synergize and sensitize our startups and leverage the technology between India and US. And similar collaborations with reference to UK, Australia, France have been in talks. And recently, when the expo in France that is scheduled next week to happen, we will also get an MOU and MOI signed between iDEX and the Defense Innovation Agency of France for working in synergy with their startup ecosystem and their network of innovation partners. Also, to strengthen the next generation innovators, we have helped through our internship program, be it the IDEAL program where iDEX Defense Exploration and Learning has happened, or the rolling internship through I4D. We have provided internships with reference to defense innovation sector to ranging from 3 to 6 months on stipend basis, which was again revived, and we've received more than 2,000 applications in just 2 editions. So this is the time where we are actually grooming our future leaders to lead the innovation and the defense innovation ecosystem. Right on your screen will be the success stories or the products that have already been procured. So it is the product name is Life by SAFC's Automations, again our iDEX winner. That is an unmanned surface vehicle. Next is a remotely piloted airborne vehicle by Z Motions. This is the counter drone system by Big Bang Boom Solutions. It was showcased to our Honorable Prime Minister in the DEF Expo 2022. We have the Pro HM Plus software developed by Redom for the AI-based aircraft health monitoring problem statement. This is the quantum key distribution platform, ARMOS, developed by our iDEX winner, Cuno. And with this, I'll end my talk.